What's up everyone, welcome back to NTWANfc. In today's video we're gonna review the Sunday update with eFootball here. We got a new pack. It is the Spanish League Guardians with a new addition, Lilian Thuram as a Barcelona player. First time that we have him as a Barcelona player. He's always been, of course, playing for Italian teams, either Juventus or Parma, and now for the first time this Lilian Thuram card as a center back. At the end of his career, he played for Barcelona. He played as a center back, and now we have what could be perhaps the highest rated center back card in this game at this date here. And as you can see, he comes with 2 skills, fortress and aerial fort. 102 rated, as you can see here, as a base card, and when you're going to put it in the team, is going to go all the way to 107 as a defender, the highest rated defender, I believe, at this point of the game. Let's have a look here at the man here. As you can see, destroyer player ID. He can play as a central defender and as a right back. And the only downside, I guess you could say, is that he's only 182, but of course he's going to have pretty good jumping stats, and he's got the aerial fort special skill, so he's going to be, at least in the box, very good in the air. Perhaps, if he's away from his own area, he's going to have a little bit of trouble against taller players. But that being said, of course, he's going to be very quick, and he's going to have very, very good defending stats. So for the booster here, he's got defending. Second booster, you probably want to go for dueling, maybe shutdown or defending. Either one of those will do pretty well. Let's look at the player skills here. He's got heading, man marking, interception, blocker, aerial superiority, sliding tackle, fortress, acrobatic clearance, aerial fort, and fighting spirit. So he's got absolutely everything that he needs in terms of defense. Now, when it comes to the additional skills, you're probably gonna want to give him the first one, I would say, is going to be gamesmanship, so that he doesn't get pushed around without getting a foul. And then it's going to be mostly passing skills. I would go with one-touch pass, through passing, perhaps a weighted pass. And the last one, I don't know, it's going to be up to you. But, no matter what, he already has all the defending skills that you could think of. Lilian Thuram, probably the best defender, at least in terms of rating. For me, the only downside is really his size. But otherwise, in terms of, just rating alone, then the highest rated defender at this point of the game. So the next one, it's Edmilson and Casillas, the goalkeeper, and he's got this goalkeeper directing defense special skill. Edmilson and Casillas, a pretty decent goalkeeper. I was surprised I got him, the last card that he got, and he was pretty good. I was quite impressed, especially with his agility. Very, very good on one-on-ones against the attackers. The only downside also, he's a little bit on the smaller size at 185. And he's an offensive goalkeeper. That you have to keep that in mind. But other than that, he is pretty good. Only problem sometimes on long range shots, then his size and it makes it a little bit difficult for him compared to the taller goalkeepers like Petricec or Peter Schmeichel. So for the booster, he's got saving, second booster as usual, goalkeeping or saving. In terms of player skill, he's got the low punt, he's got the long throw, penalty saver, and that directing defense, of course. When it comes to additional skills, you might want to give him the high punt, the goalkeeper high punt. He could use that. Then I would always go with fighting spirit, and then one-touch pass, through passing, and also the weighted pass. So then the next one, it is Edmilson another Barcelona player, and he comes once again with the fortress player skill, and the second one is long reach tackle. So a pretty decent pack. If you're looking for defenders in the Spanish league, here you get two defenders with fortress, both of them playing for Barcelona, Edmilson and Lilian Thuram. Let's have a look at this Edmilson card here. So Edmilson plays as an anchor man, 87 rated, 186, a little bit taller. He's, he can play as a central defender, as you can see. He can even play as a center mid if you give him a position training. But his best position is going to be as a DMF, as an anchor man, playing just in front of the defense. But of course, because he's pretty good in defense, he can play as a center back if you need him to. And he's going to have pretty good passing skills and dribbling skills also. And he's a very, very good all-around player. I have him. I have one of his previous version, of his single booster version. And, I've been quite satisfied playing with him both in the Brazilian team and the Barcelona team. His first booster is stealing. Second booster, I think pretty much anything that you want to give him is going to be good here. You can give him, of course, the defending ones, the dueling, shutdown, defending. You can also give him passing, technique, or ball carrying. Pretty much anything that you want, except for, I would say, the goalkeeper, of course, and perhaps some of the more offensive one like shooting or fantasista or striker instinct. These ones, they're not really going to work out for him, but anything that works for midfielders or defenders is going to be good for him. He's probably a good candidate for a random booster. So player skills here, he's got lofted pass, man marking, interception, blocker, aerial superiority, sliding tackle, long reach tackle, fortress, acrobatic clearance, and fighting spirit. So, he's going to need heading. He's got aerial superiority. He has the big four, interception, man marking, blocker, and sliding tackle for a defender. And then he's going to need, once again, these passing skills. One touch pass being the first one that you should give him. And then through passing, perhaps weighted pass also. All those skills, they're sort of kind of necessary, for all your players so that they can play one-touch football and you can circulate the ball quickly. And then what else could you give him? He's got the acrobatic clearance, so he has a lot of what he needs in terms of defense. It's more going to be in terms of passing that you would want to improve his skills. So that is it for the Spanish League Guardians. I think it's a pretty decent pack. If you're in the market to get some defenders, here you get two defenders that have the fortress skill and, some pretty decent defenders, especially in terms of the Spanish league. There isn't that many very good defenders in the Spanish league, and now you get Lilian Thuram, like one of the best defenders in the game in that league. So if you were looking to complete your Spanish team, then that is definitely a pack for you. And Iker Casillas, sort of as a bonus here, you get a Spanish goalkeeper. Same thing. There's not a lot of defenders or goalkeepers, not a lot of guardians in the Spanish league. It's pretty much all attackers in terms of, the Messis, the Mbappés, Neymar, Gareth Bale, and such. So many attackers, not a lot of defenders. So, if you were looking to complete your team here with some defending players, that would be the pack to do Master of Defense. Then in terms of the rest of the content, not much has been added here. We have the new events here, and it's of course Spanish Club, the theme of these events here, so that you can play with the new player should you decide to spin for them. Here the AI event, you get a nominating contract, a position token, 1000 eFootball points. And in the PvP section, once again, Spanish Club, here you get the random skills and the 50 eFootball coins. So that is it for this Sunday update in eFootball here. Not a lot of content, of course. It is the end of the week update, so it's not the major update like on Wednesdays, but we have now a pack that I think is pretty interesting. We'll have to see what happens on Wednesday. As you know, if you've been looking at these videos, we're waiting for some major players. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of chatter about Ronaldo R9, the Brazilian striker. People want to see him in the game. People have been expecting him for a long time. There's the audio files in the game with his name, but of course these audio files, they've been there for a very long time, since the old days of PES, so that doesn't mean anything. It will all come down of whether or not Konami has managed to get the license for him. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I think it would be a lot of money. We know that EA Sport has the license for him. They've had it for a very long time. We will see if Konami manages to get him in the game or not. But we know there's going to be a Brazilian legend, a new one that's going to be added. It's either going to be him or maybe Socrates, or who knows. We will see. But we are looking forward for some new legends, that is sure. So think about which player you want, and if it's worth to get that Lilian Thuram, or should you save your coin. It's up to you. You're gonna have to figure it out. But anyway, guys, that is it for our video today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like, and I'll see you on the next one.
Hit me with that like, and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends, for she don't like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like, subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell.